BeastNet is brought to you by James Safety Services in partnership with OCR Buddy and OCR Strong. Here we discuss all things OCR and fitness related. Welcome to BeastNet.
Hey everybody out there in BeastNet land. Brother Boggs checking in. We're going to have Miss Nicoal Campbell on today talking about the race next weekend, where she's flying all the way up here to, well, they say it's Portland, but Washougal, Washington, to take on the Spartan Sprint with the team from BeastNet and some of the team from Beasts OCR. So check it out. And if you like this wonderful BeastNet baseball jersey I'm wearing, send me a text. I'll tell you how to get it. Thank you.
Yeah, no, what's new with me? I'm still doing physical therapy.
Yeah.
My therapist is congratulating me on walking better.
Nice.
I am getting new braces for every day. So I'll have my everyday braces and my Spartan braces. So I don't have to use the same braces for both. Walking around with mud on my head.
What we should do is put some claws on your Spartan ones.
Yes. I'll get some vinyl stickers up on them.
Yep.
They do have a little funk right now. I've tried washing them several times, but there's just something about Spartan races and the mud. I don't know. Like,
Did you pull the feet off and actually rinse out the insides of the tubes?
Yeah.
Wow.
I threw them in the wash machine.
Yeah.
And I was just like, maybe I should wash them again. So
strap them to the van and take them through the car wash. Maybe that'll do it.
Right. So, but I've got that right now. And then, but I'm the first East Coaster to go over there.
This is the first More Heart Than Scars West Coast event. The closest that we've gotten previously was when Joey went to Colorado.
Yeah.
Because really, and it wasn't a full event because he didn't have, flag bearers. He didn't have the whole regalia, which we'll have everybody out there. And I've been talking with Casey McAllister, and sounds like he's going to start with us. So we'll have two adaptive athletes at the start.
Yeah.
One walking on forearm crutches and the other one walking on his hands.
Which is crazy.
I was showing a guy I had to work today, and I was showing him a video where Casey had a rope going from him to his chair, and then he had a GoPro on his chair, so you could see him using his hands to run and his chair following him.
That's crazy.
So that was a fun one to show off. So hopefully he'll do something similar.
Yeah. I'm excited to meet him.
You did the Alien 5K.
I did do the Alien 5K. I got a cool medal. I'm looking at it right now. I did that. I did Rugged Maniac.
So how many races have you done just on your arms now?
Oh, more than 10.
That is quite a few races for somebody who was in a chair 6 months ago.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm still in my chair, just not as much.
Not full time.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the right words. When I first started with More Hearts and Scars, I was full time in my chair, and I always knew my body could do more. Because it had done more. I just needed to find the motivation, and the right people to help me find myself again.
Yep.
Because I had hit depression, because of what I had gone through. And when I linked up with More Hearts and Scars, I had found that. And honestly, my therapist is proud of me. we're moving forward with me. Now he's like, don't do this every weekend because you're gonna overdo it with your body, and you're gonna be right where you were, in March, because you're overexerting your body. Now, like, once every month or twice a month is fine, which is what I'm doing. I'm doing 1 to 2 races a month, and I'm doing great at it, with a lot of rest in between. And I think a lot of people don't understand that I do 1 race or 2 races a weekend, and then I'm laying in bed or sitting in my chair here at my desk recuperating. And I'm not out going grocery shopping. I'm not out going and get coffee the next day. My body has to have that rest time. And like you guys have to go to work on Monday or Tuesday after a race. I could never do that. Like, I could never have a job that required me to do that because my body just physically couldn't get out of bed.
Be a good candidate for a work from home job.
Yeah. And then, like, I started a work from home job, but then the guy that I was working for decided to go a different direction. So I lost it, but it's fine. It gave me, it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
And then, I just did a really big comic convention called Dragon Con.
Yeah. Saw some pictures. You had a lot of different outfits that weekend.
I did. It was exciting and fun. I have to say my favorite ones were my Jessica Rabbit, and then I dressed up with one of my really good friends for Night at the Aquarium. Georgia Aquarium links up with the event called Dragon Con to do a night, and they open up the aquarium at night and they do an event, and we dressed up together, and that was my favorite night, mainly because the beluga whales is the backdrop.
Yeah.
And beluga whales are my favorite.
I know you said that swimming with them is on your list.
It is, and I found out you can do it.
Yeah.
I talked to one of the beluga whale caretakers when I was there, and they said that you can do it, and I'm like, don't tell me that. Like, I'll go broke trying to do this. So it's on my bucket list to do.
Awesome. So what made you decide to come up to Portland of all places?
Well, I wouldn't say it was a spur of the moment decision to just do it, but I just put a lot of thought in it. I was like, well, you come down here to race with us all the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think it's time for someone to go up there and race with you. And I didn't even run it by Joey. I was just like, I'm going to do it. I don't care.
Sorry, boss, going to Portland.
Pretty much. And then I was like, in passing, I was like, hey, Joey, I'm going to go to Portland to do a Spartan race with Boggs. And Joey's like, huh? I was like, yeah, I think and then Teagan was like, let's do it. And then Joey's like, I can get you codes for that. And then that's kind of how it happened.
Nice.
So Teagan and I had already bought plane tickets and hotel, and then we were just trying to figure out how we would fit in the race tickets. And then Joey was just like, here, I have codes for you. And we were like, you deserve all the things, Joey. He was like a godsend, honestly. Because it was so late that they were already so expensive.
Yep. Well, on the West Coast races are more expensive than the East Coast races. I don't know if you saw that in the pricing, that it's like a West Coast is $30 more than an East Coast race.
No, I didn't see that, but he helped us out a lot with that. And so yeah, he got us that done, and we were like, well, we're doing the thing. And I was like, yeah, I'm so excited. And then at first I was just gonna surprise you with it, like, and then I guess he told you.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Gotta know that you're coming, because what if I didn't show up?
That is true. Well, I was gonna tell you eventually. Eventually. I was gonna wait closer to time.
Yeah.
Not like 6 months out.
No, it worked out
then,
real good. Joey was able to get me codes, and I was able to get a couple of flag bearers. So we have people to lead and follow us, and bring attention to what we're doing out there, and bring attention to adaptive athletes, and of course, mental health awareness is something that we're going to be talking about probably with everyone we see up there.
Yes, I'm excited because also this month is
Suicide.
Suicide awareness. It's spinal cord awareness.
Yeah.
As well. So it's like two of my big things is September Awareness Month.
Nice.
And so it's like September is big for me.
Yep.
So crazy.
Yep, and you're coming up, and the race isn't even in Oregon. That's a real fun fact about it. It's 40 miles into Washington.
Yeah. So yeah, we have our hotel, we have our flights there and back. Random, but I got reached out by a dog breeder out there.
Yeah.
To get a puppy to raise, but they're not having a litter until next year.
Okay.
So guess who's probably coming back next year?
Come back for quarter next year and pick up a puppy, huh?
Yeah. So I'm excited.
That'll be good. Right now you just have the blind companion.
Yeah, she's somewhere.
Yeah. Who knows? She doesn't, right?
Nope. Oh my gosh, she's a handful too. Like, she literally, sorry. I figured out why it's so dark. I did it. Okay, it was really dark on my side, so I was like, maybe this will help. But she literally, the other day when I got back from Dragon Con, she literally just crawled up in my lap and nuzzled into me like, never leave me again. Why did you do that? So I was like, bless your heart. Pat pat. She's like,
awesome.
I think she thinks she's a human child.
Probably. She's been with you a long time.
Yep, I got her when she was 8 weeks old.
Yep.
And now she's 3. So I've had her for a while. Oh, she's great. She's great. Her favorite thing is potato bread. Oh my goodness.
That one's a pain in my butt.
I love cats, but I can't have one.
Too allergic or roommate?
Roommate.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. I live vicariously through all my friends who have cats.
Yeah.
That way I'm like, so I go over to their house and I pet and love on their cats, and then I come home.
Nice. Well, that works.
And I mean, before I moved in here, my old roommate had cats. She had like 5, 6 cats. And I lived with her from the time Mara was 6 months old until she was 2.5.
Yeah.
So my Mara Jade thinks that she's a cat because she was raised with cats. She will legitly walk up to something, and if you don't give her attention, knock it off the table.
It's hilarious.
So yeah, that's my dog.
Yeah,
Who thinks she's a cat?
cat dog.
Yep. It's fine.
So after Portland, do you have anything planned before Florida, or?
I was gonna do Nashville, but I just got in my head a little bit about having so many races and everything going on in such a short time.
Yeah.
So I backed out, but now I'm thinking I might be able to do it. But since he's leaving for Kilimanjaro, I don't want to bug him about it.
Yep, he's leaving in
Tomorrow.
21 hours he's leaving.
Yeah, so I don't want to bug him about it. I'll just wait until he gets back. Because I think I do what?
Nashville's a close enough race to where the team gets enough people to show up to where they can support multiple athletes. So it's not like way out there.
Yeah. So it's just one of those that I don't want to push myself, and I don't want to. I don't know the word I'm looking for.
Yeah. You don't want to risk hurting yourself, and you don't want to be too tired and be a drag on somebody else or whatever.
Yeah. I don't want to risk it for somebody else, and I don't want to risk it for myself, but also I don't know how I'll be feeling then either. I just know how I feel now.
Yeah.
And I think I don't have my planner with me, but Nashville is, I don't know how many weeks away anyways.
A second, I can tell you.
I'm like, I had all this stuff.
It's August.
This is September.
We're in September. Wow, I don't even know what month it is.
Yeah, we're in the second weekend of. What are you talking about? I beat you in the workout challenge.
Yeah.
Twice.
I don't even know what day it is anymore. So we're 4 weeks away from Nashville.
Okay. And then after that, I have nothing until December.
Yep. And then December 8th and 9th and or 9th, sorry, 10th and 11th, I guess. For me, it's the 8th through the 12th because I have to fly down there to Atlanta and then hitch a ride from Atlanta to Florida.
Yeah.
It's a fun ride. It's a long ride.
I'm hoping to have a vehicle by then. Fingers crossed.
Joey's got the 15-passenger van now, so.
That is true.
So I was telling him I have another buddy that might fly down with me. He's like, we got plenty of room in the van.
That'll be a road trip.
Yep. So we need to get that van all done up, more heart than scars now.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a lot nicer when they can get that done.
Yeah. Put a Beast Net sticker on there.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's already one on it. I know that I've left Joey a couple of them. So. And yeah. Angie's got some that are only she ever got. So I do weird things like that. The team send out things. Should probably send you out some from your drawing.
That'd be fun.
Stickers.
Teagan was asking about one, so because she donated, but she donated before we did the sticker thing. And so yeah.
You put them in my Google Drive, so I'll go through it and figure out one and get an order coming. That way we can have them for Florida.
Okay.
But no, that'll be fun. Lots of fun.
Yeah.
What else is going on with you?
Been decluttering my house. I don't know, nothing new really. Just simplifying life. Trying to figure out where to go from where I've been.
Yeah.
In a sense, if you think about it like that. Because I mean, trying to find the words. My life is changing. Oh my God, the cat. Like where I'm at versus where I want to be is not here.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm having to make changes. And those changes are going to hurt people. And me being a people pleaser is trying to put off that as long as possible. So I'm delaying the inevitable.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, I mean, I'm going to the gym, getting new workouts, making my legs stronger.
Swimming the other day.
I did. I joined a triathlon team.
Nice.
So
you're gonna get out there and hand cycle and then swim and then do the crutches walk?
I'll probably bike. So there's a road bike which simulates running, and then there's a bike that simulates biking.
Okay.
It's different, but it's the same.
Probably
I don't know.
More spins per stride or something, or
yeah, it's triathlon. I don't know. And they also have teams where they pair you up with a runner, a biker, and a swimmer. Yep. And you pick which one you want to do, which I love swimming. So
yeah.
And I'm pretty quick at it. So yeah. And with triathlon swimming, as long as you're moving in the water and you finish, it's fine. So
nice.
So yeah. And swimming's always the first thing done. So yeah.
So what we should do is send Pretty Mike down there and have him do the biking and running for you, because he sucks at swimming. That's the one that always gets him on the Ironmans and stuff. It's just swim times are too slow.
Oh. How is the swim times too slow?
He's just not a strong swimmer. We grew up in a river, and the river was only 10 yards wide. So you learn how to swim 10 yards. That's all you needed to know.
That's true. I grew up with lakes. And then I had the Arkansas River, which was not that small.
River, yeah. Yeah, we had a little trout river, and we had a little swimming hole that had rope swing and everything. So
yeah, no, I had lakes and rivers and everything. So I was set on swimming, and then I'm scuba dive. I'm getting my scuba research, so
nice.
I'm doing that as well. And I say research because I was certified in scuba diving before my injury.
Yep.
So I want to go through the steps again and get my certification as an adaptive.
Yep.
Want to make that clarification for the people out there. I'm certified. I just want to go through the steps again as an adaptive.
You're certified as
because there are different things.
Yep.
Yes, there are different things an adaptive scuba diver has to do to scuba than an able-bodied scuba diver has to do. Now, I could just go out and scuba dive, yes, but my legs don't work like a normal person. So to get around, I have to put more effort in with my arms. So I have to worry more about my breathing, my movement, because I know for me, when I'm in the water, I don't worry about my pain levels. Like I forget pain exists because I'm pretty much a fish out of water. when it comes to scuba diving and swimming. And it doesn't hit me that I'm in pain until I get out of the water. So I have to remember all these things while I'm in the water as well. So there's extra things as an adaptive I have to keep in mind, unlike as well as monitoring my tank and everything else.
Let's say it's a little bit harder to get around without the big long flippers on your feet.
It is. But I do have to say, when I'm in the water, my right leg has figured out that it can move. So I can kick.
Yeah.
So I can swim sort of normal. I drag my left one, but my right leg can kick a little bit.
It just naturally knows that water means kick, so it's on it.
Yeah. And I think Dale got his adaptive aid. I don't know exactly what it's called, but they're scuba divers who help adaptive scuba divers.
Ah.
So yeah.
So he got
he really
certified to be a helper.
Yes. He really wants to go scuba diving with me. He wants to take me to scuba dive this place that he scuba dived. And I'm not opposed to it because I love it. I love scuba diving. I go scuba diving once every 3 months. So with an organization called Dive Heart.
Yeah.
It's a nonprofit that helps adaptive humans that want to scuba dive or learn how to scuba dive. They'll take you through all the steps to be certified.
That's awesome. That's called Dive Heart. Are they national or just down there?
I believe they're national, or they're just southwest.
Southeast.
Yes. Sorry. I was like,
You're flying west next week.
I'm so excited. Can you tell?
Yeah. It's this week technically now, isn't it? Because you're flying in less than 7 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be awesome.
Can you tell I'm a smidge excited? My room is a disaster because I just got back from a 7-day vacation and all my clothes are everywhere. And B, I've already started pulling clothes for next weekend.
Well, you just get done with Dragon Con, don't even get a chance to hang up your dresses, and you got to pack and fly.
No, they're like still in the hang bag, hanging up. And I'm like, what am I gonna? So, and then I have a duffel bag full of clothes. I haven't even pulled my pillow out of it because the clothes are still in it. And the pillow's at the bottom. And I'm like, good thing I have extra pillows.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm like, well, good thing I'm just taking a backpack of clothes.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to minimize what we take to just backpack or a duffel, just carry-ons.
Be a lot easier that way. That way you can just get on and off easier and travel to and from the hotel easier. And
yeah, because we got it direct to Portland.
Yeah.
And then only downside is I don't remember the size of the plane. And we're in row like 47.
Wow.
And I'm like, my hips aren't this big. And those aisles are this big. I don't think me and the aisle chair are going to work out. But we're going to see. Because I can check medical equipment for free. And instead of making Teagan carry my crutches, I was just going to check those, not deal with them, and just, since it's direct flight, they should make it to Portland. That way we're not carrying a bunch of stuff through the airport.
That'll be a little bit easier.
Yeah. And then that way we just have my chair to check at the gate. And then I was like, how am I going to make it to row 47 of an aircraft? And she goes, or you could pull your cripple card and let them try to do it. And then they'd be like, oh no, this is not going to work. And then it can upgrade you to first class.
Maybe that'd be fun.
You know how many times Delta has done that for me?
Yeah.
Every time I've flown with Delta, they've done it.
That's nice of them to do that.
Yeah, it really is. It's mainly because they like try and they pull and it hurts, honestly. And then they're like, oh, we can't do this. And so they put me in the closest seat that they can, which is either business class or first class, depending. So
this week they were flying that with a Boeing 757-200, which is a long business class plane.
yeah.
I don't think it's big enough where it has two entrances. It's not like a 747, but it's a big plane.
Yeah.
So hopefully you get lucky and get that seat moved up a little bit so you don't have to sit there and bash off all those while twisting and turning.
Yeah, I'm hoping. That's when I go to the ticket counter, I'm gonna ask and see if I can get moved up.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can do that, and then we'll see, because that's a long flight.
It's a tough one to sit there that long, and well, you sit all the time, I guess, but you want to get up and walk around on the plane.
Yeah, it really is. Like, and I don't know, like I always get stuck on the aisle. And one time I flew, like people didn't see me in the gate area in a chair. Like,
Yep.
And apparently this guy just didn't see me. And I pre-boarded, got in my chair, and he ended up being window of my aisle. Because I always sit aisle because I don't want to scoot across chairs. And it's easier when they come pick me up in the aisle chair. And
Yep.
he was trying to get off the plane because everyone likes to stand up before the gate doors even open. And he's like, are you going to move? And I'm like, no, I where am I going to move to?
It's going to plop on the floor.
Right? Like, and he's like, why are you just sitting there? Like, get up. And I was like, I can't. I'm waiting for my wheelchair. And he was just like, well, just go. Yes, I will just scoot along the aircraft floor that is dirty.
Here, let me pick up my leg and slap you with it.
Right? Like, and this was back before I had actually like gained muscle in my leg. And this was back before March. And he was just like so rude to me. And this guy that was sitting behind us, he's like, you realize that she's waiting for a wheelchair, like an actual wheelchair, not because she's lazy, but because she's paralyzed. And the guy goes, and I'm like, bro.
That's how people get smacked on planes.
Right? And like, I had Raven with me. And
so she was in the middle.
Yeah, she was just laying there, and he's like, also, can you like move your dog? And I'm like, no, could you like have some human decency? Like, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But I'm like, people have changed now, I feel like. But also I was like, how much of a hurry do you have to be in to just tell someone to get up and walk? Like, are you Jesus or some deity? Or
that's what I was going to say. Next time someone does that, just look back and say, okay, Jesus, heal me.
Right? Like, I'll just save that one in my reservoir. Like, just stick that one in my pocket for later.
Yep.
So, but yeah, no, I think the Rugged Maniac and the Alien race is the only two I've done since my last Spartan race.
The one that you injured your shoulder on, or the one that you kind of stopped racing for a little while because of the shoulder injury?
Yeah, and then on Rugged Maniac, I popped my hip out of place. I didn't do it intentionally. You know how like on the A-frame they normally come to a point?
Yeah.
Rugged Maniac came to 2 points. And
But there's a gap.
yeah, there was a gap there. And I swung my leg over like I always do. And I went to balance to swing my other leg over. And my hip just popped, which was, I did fine. I just got to a point where it just started bothering me for a little bit. And I rested for a little bit and carried on.
And say you've been working out almost every day now, so kicking my butt in all the competitions.
Hey, I only did it this past week because I was at Dragon Con.
Rolling a couple miles every day.
Yeah. If you've noticed this week, there's been nothing.
This week I'm actually leading, or did we not start another competition?
It ended today.
Let's say I've only got 9,700 steps today. I need to go finish out my 10,000.
Oh, mine literally is zeros. Mainly because my watch died and I didn't have it on today.
I was going to say zeros. That means you're just sitting there in that chair all day and you haven't moved.
Yes. AKA my watch is on the charger right here.
That works. So most of us wanted to get on and talk to you and just kind of see how things were going and get ready for next week, which this is going to be the big historic first Pacific Northwest More Heart Than Scars race. We got Bear Moto is going to be our line announcer, and I'm pretty sure Justin Manning is our DJ. Both of those guys are actually East Coasters, so they know the team very well. And Bear actually knows to announce us like they usually do on the East Coast. So I just need to make sure he knows which run we are, and then we'll part the Red Sea and start the race.
Okay.
So it'll be real fun. I'm not going to give the More Heart Than Scars speech. I'm not quite comfortable doing it yet. I've been studying what Nubs says, but Bear does a real good job from what I'm told. So look forward to hearing his announce. It's not like it's too bad Sir Rob didn't come up here. But no, it's gonna be great. We're gonna be out there. It's a motorsports park, so it's got some hills to it. It's not hard at all. No, if you know what I mean. It's not.
Yeah.
Um,
They were saying since I did the bear curl,
yeah.
I should be. Yeah, they said since I did that, I should be able to do this.
Yeah. Well, we'll have a couple of strong people around if we have things that we need to help with a little bit more, and of course you'll have Teagan and me.
Yeah, they also said they were like, well, you've gained a voice now.
Yep.
And you know what you can. You've gotten better at what you can and cannot do, and I have. And they're like, you have your select few obstacles that you love to do.
Yep.
And they're like, do them, have fun, and it'll be great.
At this race, they don't have a fire jump ever because it's right in the middle of the national forest. But they do have, the A-frame as always, the helix, which is the first obstacle you were able to do.
Yeah.
Of course, all of the overwalls and stuff like that. My only concern is where they put the barbed wire crawl. There's two places that they put it. One where it's a nice flat area where you're able to just sit there and get all muddy because they're spraying mud on or spraying water on it, and it's a muddy crawl. Or they put it on the motorcycle hill climb, which means that you're climbing uphill and then you have to come back downhill I think through the second part of the barbed wire. So we'll see what the race director does. I haven't even seen who it is. I'd assume it's probably Hammond's because I know that Garfield's currently at West Virginia, and I don't know where Lauren is, LT, but we'll see who it is, see how crazy they get, see if they want to actually hurt people.
There was the barbed wire crawl in Newberry.
Okay.
Was on like really dry grass, and I was like, no.
No.
Because my knees were like bruised really bad already. And I was like, no, I'm good. I'll walk to the end and then cut into the course and finish.
At Fayetteville, out on the Ultra Loop, they had 2 barbed wire crawls that were in a dry field. And it was the same thing. It was just knocked over grass, and it was all dry and hard. So
Yeah.
But no, we'll see. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're the boss. You tell people what you can and can't do, and I hope to see a lot of the Pacific Northwest Beast OCR guys and gals, take interest in what we're doing, because to expand and do the next step of More Heart Than Scars, we need a few more people up in the Northwest. So hoping to drag some of the other team in.
That sounds good. I'm excited. Just because I planned it.
Yep.
Because I don't think it would have happened without it. Because they were so focused on Africa.
Well, they got Africa and then OCR World Championships back to back. So the whole team is like got their pinpoint focus on that for the most part, which cool. You met Ted, I think, Tall Ted, at Atlanta. So. He was at Atlanta with us, and he just joined the team. He was also with me in the Beast OCR up here, and he joined up with us and was going to Africa with Erica, and then so it's been good. I really enjoy getting out with you guys, and I love that you planned this trip to come up and be the first. And God, I look forward to it. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. Tegan's excited. I know she was wanting to get out more with the team, and she needed a reason to get out more with the team. And I was like, "You want to do this thing?" And she's like, "Yeah." So I don't think it was that much enthusiasm with it, but in my head there was that much enthusiasm.
It's really exciting. Like I said, I think I've been honored as part of the team, because it seems every time that I go back to the East Coast, it's some new first time achievement for the team or something. And now with this, you're bringing a first time achievement to the team, to the entire Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
So it's going to be awesome.
I know come December, there's going to be some new achievements.
Yeah.
So, well, my doctor said that by December, I will be walking probably without crutches.
I did not hear that part.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome.
So I just have to keep doing what I'm doing.
9 months from chair to walking. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be short distances, but no OCR walking without crutches.
Hey, any walking at all is a huge improvement. So congratulations on closing in on that goal.
Yeah. So, but he still is like, probably like he said short distances like around my house would be good. And then I could get a cane if I want to do long distances without the crutches. And I was like, I have the crutches. And he goes, well, then you can knock it down to one crutch
Yeah.
at Thanksgiving, depending on how my physical therapy goes next 5 weeks.
Awesome.
But he says if you're still doing OCRs, both crutches. And I was like,
Now,
that's understandable.
Maybe for the finish line, we can hand off the crutches and just walk in.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
And then he said, I told him about what was going to happen next year. And he said that I could potentially just be walking with my service dog next year, which is my goal. That is my main goal. Yep. Is to have my chair for long distances, like from conventions and like travel and stuff like that. And then be walking with my service dog.
That's a great goal. Hopefully we can get you there with all this hard work and everything you've learned from Spartan and finding your voice.
I'm excited.
Thanks for listening to the BeastNet podcast. If you haven't done it yet, find us on Facebook, like and share the podcast. Give us a review on iTunes or Spotify. All these things will help to expand the show in the future. Don't forget to subscribe and let us know what you think and what you'd like to hear.